Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today is the Warning Roundup number 6 from June 21st, 2026. They are not touring right now. They are on a little bit of a break, not a very long one. 4 days from now, they're going to be in Norway at the Tons of Rock Festival, and then playing a number of dates over in mostly Northern Europe, but ending in Portugal, I believe, Spain and Portugal. So things that have happened since last time. Well, we had the World Cup, and there's a little short of them cheering on Mexico when they were battling South Africa. I believe Mexico won. I've got another short from them thanking Youngblood for taking them on tour.
Touring with Youngblood has been absolutely so much fun. We toured with him in the UK and now here in the US, and it has been a wild couple of months, and just connecting with his fans and his audience has been such a gift. They're such lovely people, so thank you, Youngblood, for having us on your tour.
We've got some things from Marvin.
Touring mode. But we got here, we did the Marvin shoot, and we're so happy.
Hey, we're the Warning! This is Marvin here in London. I don't know if I would steal a guitar, but if we could, I think one of Prince's guitars. They're so eccentric.
I wouldn't say city, but our country, Mexico. I mean, Mexico is our country, and we love the crowd there. So.
What are we listening to right now?
I am listening to a lot of Ichiko Aoba, especially on trips, airplanes.
Yeah. Honestly, this is kind of cheating, but I'm listening to the new Masters of New Music.
Oh, that is true. And I listen to the Marias.
Ooh.
London is
nice.
Yeah. I mean, the sun is out, not completely. It's really cold. This is winter for us, but we have heard other people say that it's a really nice, comfortable day.
And then we've got something here from The Warning themselves talking about a new way to experience music. This is another short, but you will see cameras everywhere within this short. And I believe the idea is to make a 3D experience that makes you feel like you are immersed within a concert experience.
It's basically the beginning of a new era for us.
Say what you mean.
Go ahead and start the calibration process.
Camera rolling. We are synced.
It's so fun when technology meets music.
Lets you push the boundary of live performances.
The immersiveness is so unique.
All right, here we go.
It's unlike anything I've ever experienced before.
When you're touching me.
I can't wait to hear more about that eventually in a longer form video. Recently, there was a feature where Euphoria Music of Univision went backstage with The Warning at their June 2nd show at Hard Rock Live in Hollywood, Florida. I went ahead and took a look at that one myself to translate it as well as react to it at a time before they put up a translation, which they have done. Now there are captions on the original if you want to take a look at that, and so I will leave a link to the original in the description of this video. As for The Warning's next album, now not only do we have the title Everything's Falling and the release date of August 28, we also have the song titles and the order of running. So Ritual is going to open the album. Kerosene is going to close the album. Ego is pretty much smack in the middle. So the names of the songs in order are Ritual, Perfect Daughter, Everything's Falling, Why Do You Like It When I Cry, Bite My Tongue, Kill or Be Killed, Ego, Bloodsport, Break, Bruises, Waste Your Time on Me, Kerosene. Of course, The Warning had their last show in Atlanta, Georgia. That was outdoors at an amphitheater, and it was really pretty cool to see. We looked at one video from that show recently. In more news from the Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk universe, we are looking at the entire show from Pier 17 now that The Warning put on June 11th. I've gotten 3 separate camera angles, and actually a 4th one dropped, which I may also use for the remainder of the show. I have, at this moment, edited everything through Ego. So that will take us through Tuesday, I believe, and then after that, starting with Disciple, I'm going to continue on with the rest of the show, and I may incorporate that 4th camera as well. We shall see. Okay. So if you haven't seen any of that yet, several segments have already dropped on Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. We've got, I think, 6 songs up. And we're just going to keep going till we're done with the show. It's really pretty cool. I'm finding myself wishing I was there, but on the other hand, I kind of feel like I'm there after seeing all these cameras. All right. And lastly, I want to mention some interviews that came out for the first time ever, I believe, of The Warning in, I believe, 2014. Paco Cobos was the reporter that did the interviewing. I think he thinks it was in 2013, and he can certainly be forgiven for that. But I want to just make you aware of that. I may eventually take a look at some of that interview footage, but I want to be sensitive to him since he just put it out for the first time ever, and he's still putting up content. One thing I did look at recently, which was from quite some time ago, was Sergio Vallin from Maná. He's the lead guitar player ever since 1996 or so, I believe, so the last 30 years. But in 2020, he sat down with The Warning for an extended period of time, and they asked each other questions, and it was really pretty heartwarming.
Claro. Y pues ahorita. E igual a todos nuestros retos individuales musicalmente que hemos tenido que estar superando, porque siempre hay pues bloqueos o paredes que vamos a tratar de avanzar. ¿Y tú? ¿Cuál ha sido el reto que tú creas que más ha influido en tu carrera?
Bueno, yo creo que el reto es permanente y es el estar ahí, porque yo creo que esta carrera es mucho de resistencia, ¿no?
Okay, so if you're interested in that, I will leave that in the cards of this video as well. So, we are just waiting now for The Warning to go back on the road. And that's kind of a luxury these days after spending, what was it, about 7 months with them off the road while they recorded an album and did other things. It was such a relief to see them come back, even though most of the shows this year have been opening slots for the Youngblood tour. But we're just so happy to see them out there. And of course, Pier 17 is such a milestone. You know, I think they were just so happy to be playing a headlining show, especially in such a beautiful place. But yes, tons of rock in Oslo, Norway, day 2. They'll be there on Moonlight Stage, June 25th. Then they'll be at Gröna Lund in Stockholm, Sweden on the 26th. Then on the 28th, they'll be in Copenhagen at Amager Bio. These actually look like headlining shows, so that's nice. I don't know if they're going to be as long as what we got at Pier 17, but we shall see. Then they're going to be in Warsaw, Poland at Progressia. And then Skaters Palace, Munster, Germany. That takes them to July 1st. And then Rock Rector in Belgium. And that's a festival slot. It's day 2 of the festival. And then Main Square Festival, the very next day, July 4 in Arras, France. They'll be on the main stage for that. That will be cool. Probably a very big crowd. Then they're in Toulouse, France at Le Bikini. And that is a club date, it looks like. So that's cool. And then we've got more festivals. One in Madrid, Spain. That's the Mad Cool Festival. And then Nos Alive in Lisbon, Portugal. And that's where that tour ends. Okay. After that, they'll have a month off. Then they're playing South Korea in Seoul, Musinsa Garage, August 12. And then August 14, they're at Summer Sonic, Osaka, Japan. And then they're at Summer Sonic, Tokyo, Japan on the 16th. We are hoping to see them with somebody, whether it's Bandmade, who knows, maybe Baby Metal, I don't think so, but I know that there's been talk of them perhaps someday collaborating with Baby Metal. At least both bands have said that they would like to collaborate with the other. So we'll see what happens there. I don't really expect anything there, but it would be fun, you know, if something like that happened. After that, all we've got for the year is September 18th and 19th, the Louder Than Life Festival in Louisville. And then what looks like the New Mexico State Fair, Tingley Coliseum in Albuquerque on the 19th of September. That's all that we have on the calendar. So you got to wonder what's going to happen. Of course, by then, the album will have dropped. So you have to assume that within, a couple months, we're going to see some more dates on this calendar. So keep your fingers crossed that they come to your town or near. And in the meantime, folks, why don't you let me know what you have thought about these clips that I featured today. Let me know if you take a look at the Pier 17 show edit that I've been working on. Of course, if you've been to any of these shows this year, we're always happy to hear about your experiences, whether here or on the Glenn and Adrian channel. Anything else you want to mention that you think is pertinent to this, by all means, leave that below as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining me today. I will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.